You heard it right, motherfucker. I'm fighting Mike Tyson.
I'm the best ever. You scared coward.
The rematch is here.
You heard it right, motherfucker. I'm fighting Mike Tyson.
I'm the best ever. You scared coward.
The rematch is here.
And not only do I have the honor of fighting one of the two most famous boxers to ever live, it's also happening live on Netflix.
Look out, he's pushed right here. Above us, Mike Tyson.
You said the fight's gonna be on Netflix? What do you mean by that? Isn't Netflix where you go to watch movies?
It was until now. This is the first ever professional live sports event on Netflix. And with Netflix in over 500 million households and 260 million subscribers, we plan on this being the biggest fight of the 21st century, dummy.
Who is putting on this event and where will the match be held?
Well, it's our most valuable promotions event. My first time fighting in the stadium, Dallas, Texas.
Oh, you're mad at me for fighting Mike Tyson? Imagine this.
Jake, we got the biggest deal ever. You versus Mike Tyson, live on Netflix. You're gonna entertain millions of people and make an unbelievable amount of money. What do you think?
Nah. Exactly. That's what I thought. July 20th. Be there. Good boy. Oh, man.
All right, I don't know what that last little part was, but so as y'all see, we got Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fighting July 20th, 2024. I don't know, I got mixed thoughts on this, you know what I'm saying? Got mixed thoughts because, to be honest with you, when it comes to the history of so-called blacks and whites fighting, it's very racial when it comes to tensions and people just rooting who they're gonna root for. And especially when it comes to these campaigns, when they're going around trying to promote the fight, it's gonna be a lot of racial stuff. To be honest, I mean, this is kind of like blackface without being blackface. I mean, I get it, but I mean, it's already has some racial tension. I'm not saying he's a racist. I'm just saying racial. It's a racial thing, especially for him to be doing the Evander Holyfield bit. You know, that was one of Mike Tyson's lowest moments. I don't really know why we need to do that. I can see maybe his interviews, and that just stems back from, and it's not nothing on the so-called black man. We never really had no issues when it comes to, you know, fighting white folks, but it's always been the white folks that's made it more of a great white hype or great white hope type of situation. That's what a lot of folks, I think, as the months go by, I'm telling you, these white announcers, white sports television personalities, they're going to start saying that he could win, and it's going to become more of a racial thing, and it's going to be driven by the white folks. I'm telling you, we already seen it when it came to Mayweather and Conor McGregor. This was a big deal. It became racial. Oh, he called him boy. Oh, he called him this and all that. And of course, it's all publicity, but that's what arouses the people, is that great white hope. Like, even though both Mayweather and Mike Tyson are retired, white folks still would call that a victory. They would call that a victory. They're gonna say, "Oh, I beat Mike Tyson." Who could say that? Now, and that's one thing about this is that there really doesn't seem to be any downside to him losing. Jake Paul losing, he's fought other black folks, and that's what I'm saying. Like, this is the great white hope right here. He seems to pick these black men and knock them out. What's it called? Tyrone Woodley from the USC. I saw how he knocked out Anderson Silva right here. These are people that I just think shouldn't even be in the boxing ring. So I'm not saying he's just terrible. He does have some skill, but these are against people who don't have they don't train for boxing. They use boxing, but they don't train for it. You could just see, just with a little bit of training, what could happen there. Saw the Nate Robinson fight, which was just like, God damn, dog. Don't you ever get in the ring not knowing what you're doing. And that was really like the start of his little movement, was that. And ever since then, he's been just knocking niggas out. Now, the thing about boxing, right, is that a lot of times it could be scripted. It could be certain agreements that are between the two fighters, like with Mike Tyson when he fought Roy Jones. There were stipulations. Don't knock me out, and if you hit me in my face, don't hit me all the way through. Don't punch through my face. And I think that was kind of a, I don't know, kind of a whack move there. But I understand it's against Tyson. Now I don't know what stipulation is going to happen with this. They haven't even told us what type of rounds or how many rounds they're going to do. But I just think that if we don't have certain stipulations and it's not scripted and there's not no dumbass agreement to where, hey, let me knock you out. You can have the most money, but let me knock you out. I think that Paul has no chance, because when he fought Fury, Tyson Fury's younger brother, he lost. You know, so I don't think that, even though Tyson is 60 or 57 years old, I still don't think he can really go with Tyson. Now, if it goes to 8 rounds, and if this is a real fight, and Jake Paul learns how to do some counters, learns how to, if he has a good chin and he could do some, maybe a rope-a-dope situation, then it could possibly happen. Which is my issue, is that I don't want this to happen. I'm saying now they was talking about how Tyson, he was walking with a cane last year, and how can he be fighting? You know, and that's true. He was walking with a cane, but he did explain it. Yeah, sciatica. When it comes to sciatica, it's a jacked up feeling. It does hurt like hell. You can't really walk, so he needs to probably go to the chiropractor or something. I'm sure he'll be ready though for the next July. So let's see what they got to say here.
Well, Mike Tyson will fight Jake Paul in an exhibition match in July. How interested are you in seeing the 57-year-old Mike Tyson fight the 27-year-old Jake Paul?
Now, before they say something, everyone's going to be interested. Everyone's going to be interested. This is not even a thing. It's not even a question. If Mike Tyson is fighting, everyone's going to watch it. Unless he's a damn paraplegic, they're going to watch it. Unless he's fighting a minor, they're going to watch it. It doesn't matter. They're going to watch Mike Tyson fight. Now, that's my biggest issue, is that what is the motive here? Because there's a motive. And it's not always money. And sometimes to get money, you got to do certain things. And I just don't want to see Mike Tyson lose for whatever reason, because you're never going to hear, they're never going to let it go. It's always going to be a mark on his record, and they're going to always bring it up when anyone brings up Mike Tyson for 50 more years. They're going to bring up this fight. So I really don't want to see it. I'm gonna watch it. I don't want it, but I will watch it.
I can hear it in the way you asked the question. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I love that Mike gonna make his money. I really do love that Mike is gonna make his money. But to me, it's some baby back BS, man. You got Jake Paul, who just fought some dude last weekend, was a minus 2,500 underdog to Jake Paul. It doesn't happen like that. This guy speaks of building himself as a true fighter. Him fighting a 57-year-old Mike Tyson doesn't do that. I don't love that, outside of the fact that Mike gets to make some money. Jake seems to be going backwards, and I'm not a Jake Paul hater. I just don't like the matchup.
All right, so if you don't know anything about Jake, he is a internet personality turned boxer. This is kind of a thing he wanted to do, and he said he wanted to gradually be a real fighter. But the thing is, when it comes to the money, who wants to fight a real fighter and make $1 million? Because you're gonna fight at his level. You're gonna fight someone that no one really knows except for real boxing fans. Not a boxing fan, you're not gonna know who he's fighting at his level, because he's entry level. So why take $1 million when you could potentially take $250 million fighting Mike Tyson? It's really hard to be genuine or do things that are upstanding and righteous when you are making so much money doing the wrong thing. And I give you an example, like these strippers that say, oh, I'm on the pole to get me through school because they want to be a nurse or whatever, even a doctor. So they make 20 grand a week. You make 20 grand a week, and then you go through school, and now you have to make maybe 10 grand a month. You like, I make 20 grand a week just so I can make 10 grand a month? And now you didn't live this lifestyle, and it's just hard for you to get off that pole. This is that situation. Yes, Jake Paul wants to be a better boxer and fight legit boxing and be a champion one day, but then he over here looking at, dang, look at all this money though. Look at this, 500 million, 200 million, or whatever, 100 million. If I fight celebrities, bro, I'm fighting celebrities. I mean, who cares who you really fight, as long as people come to see you, as long as you making that money, that bag. And that's the kind of situation that Jake Paul is in. Yes, he wants to be better, but I think the money is just too big for him to pass up.
And I also love Mike Tyson, but I also sat there with my broadcast partners, John Anik and Joe Rogan, and we watched Mike last year walk into a UFC event, walking on a cane, Stephen A. And now you're telling me that this man, less than a year after, is going to fight? He walked in with a cane, Stephen A. Oh, and I love Mike. All
right, so that's the issue with some of these sports personalities. They're not journalists. They just react like I react. And it's just at a higher level. It took me 2 seconds to find out why he was limping. And like I said, it was due to his sciatica. A lot of people have that, young, old. It's not something that is continuous. It goes away. It flares up. It goes away. So unless it flares up the week or even the night of the fight, then we'll be fine. It's not like he's got to walk on a cane forever. It's just when the sciatica is flared up, he's going to have a hard time walking, which he needs to get that worked out, either surgery or maybe a chiropractor or something, do some exercises. But there is ways to alleviate the sciatica. But anyway, so this is kind of outdated. More of a, it's outdated, or if not like a crazy take or something to say to make it entertaining.
With a cane, Stephen A. And now you gonna fight Jake Paul? What are we doing?
Well, really, we know what Mike Tyson's doing. What's Jake Paul doing? If you saw him walk into the arena with a cane, Jake knew about it. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, so when it comes to this whole Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, like I said, it reminds me of the whole Great White Hope situation. It's like the white folks just won't let it go, and they're gonna side with Jake Paul closer it gets because they want to see a black man fall. They want to see, it don't matter if you're 57. Once you get in that ring, they don't care. If Jake Paul beats Mike Tyson is, to me, forever gonna have a tarnish on his name. It's always gonna be a damn joke, a laughing stock. And to me, I think his career of being the Iron Mike is just really over with. No one's really gonna give him no sympathy. It's gonna just kind of like the other black folks that he won, that Jake Paul beat. Now, Mike Tyson looked good here, man. He do look good. This is how I would like to see other training camps. When they show me training camps in today's era, man, it be just like they barely be doing anything. It just be like real slow. They just gonna hit the bag real quick, and it's him getting in shape. He got out of shape, but this right here though, this right here is kind of scary. I'm saying this is what I want to see from my fighter. And this brother right here is fucking brave as hell. Like, I could never, I don't know. I have to have something in my contract, brother. Like, brother, you hit me, brother, that's an extra 20 grand on every time you hit me. I don't know. I have to have something in line. So if you guys don't know, with the Jack Johnson situation, Jack Johnson was the first heavyweight champion, 1907. He had other Negro heavyweight championships, but he never really had a championship that's official, that white folks really would recognize, you know, and he finally talked his way into having a fight with a retired white man, and it was just like the biggest thing ever because, or if you was a black person, you couldn't get no heavyweight fight. There was other black champions in lower weight classes, but as far as heavyweight, nah, because that was like the battle of the gods, and to have a black man up there as a god, you couldn't do that. But Jack Johnson finally charmed his way, talked his way into the situation where he was able to fight ex-white champion. And of course, he whiz-wise whooped his ass. But it was a whole big old thing. There was riots in the streets. I think like 19 people died. Hundreds was injured, and they didn't want to show it because they didn't want to show Black America that a white man got beat by a black man, because that would just let us know that, hey, we not just niggas. We might be able to stand up to these white boys. So they try to ban the whole video or the whole boxing match, but they were still showing it all over the world. And then eventually it did get to America, but they did outlaw it, you know. But see, look at this dude. Look, he got this lip busted right there, man. I don't know, man. I'm gonna need some oh hell no, bro. I'm gonna need an extra 20 grand. Mike Tyson out of control in this motherfucker. He like, hey, Mike down. Hey, Mike down. Yeah, so eventually, you know, they did beat Jack Johnson, but it was a whole big thing, you know, whites versus black, which is why I rather just not even see the white man or black man fight the white man, because it's just something that's gonna just ring bells for a long time. If Jake Paul beats Mike Tyson, we're never gonna hear the end of it. And being that I know there's a lot of corruption with the whole boxing, I just don't know what the motives are here, the stipulations, what's in the contract. Are we gonna let Jake win? Like, I don't know, man. A lot of this stuff could be scripted. It could be more about the money, and that's the thing about having so much money. Yes, boxing has been corrupt since the beginning, but at least if you starting from the bottom, a lot of those fights are gonna be real, okay? But when you just jumping into a fight with essentially at least 100 million, which I think it'd be more than that, but at least 100 million. I mean, somebody could be like, hey man, Jake Paul could be like, hey, I'll give you 60 million. I'll take 40, but you gotta lose. That's a real situation. That's a real scenario. So I don't know, but I'm subscribed to Netflix, so I'll be watching it. I don't know about you, but I'll be watching it. But I really don't want to see this fight. I don't want the fight. I'm gonna watch it just so I can keep up on what's going on, but I don't want to see one of our great ones fall to trash over money. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. Do y'all think this is a fight that should happen, could happen? Do you think that it's going to be scripted? Do you think that it's going to have some type of stipulations to where Mike Tyson can't punch as hard? What you think? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. If it made you laugh, go ahead and hit that like button. If it made you think, go ahead and comment. And if you want to just ride with me on the channel, go ahead and hit that subscription button with the notification bell, because we're a small channel trying to do big things, and all those options does help the channel, and it does inspire me to keep doing more. So just go ahead and help a brother out, do one of them options, and then we out.